Number 10. Copenhagen, Denmark. Let's start with Copenhagen. Denmark's capital is often called the greenest city in the world, and for good reason. First, almost half of all trips in Copenhagen are by bike. That's not just for fun, it's a serious way to cut down on traffic and air pollution. The city has built over 390 kilometers of bike lanes, which makes it easy and safe for people to ride everywhere. Copenhagen also uses renewable energy. Most of its electricity comes from wind turbines. The city is aiming to become carbon neutral by 2025, which means it wants to produce zero carbon emissions. And it's not just about energy and transport. Copenhagen has tons of green roofs, parks, and canals. These help cool the city in summer, reduce flooding, and give people spaces to relax. Number 9. Curitiba, Brazil. Curitiba might not be as famous as Copenhagen or Singapore, but it's one of the smartest and most eco-friendly cities in the world. For decades, the city has focused on planning that helps people and protects nature at the same time. One of Curitiba's biggest success stories is its public transport system. Instead of building more roads for cars, the city created fast, eco-friendly buses that run on special lanes. These buses work almost like a subway on wheels. Because they're so easy to use, most people choose buses over cars, which keeps traffic low and the air much cleaner. Curitiba is also known for its creative recycling programs. In some neighborhoods, people can trade bags of trash for fresh food or bus tickets. This helps families in need, keeps the streets clean and reduces waste all at the same time. The city is full of parks, trees, and green areas. Millions of trees have been planted and many parks are designed to absorb rainwater. Instead of building concrete barriers, Curitiba uses nature to control floods, which is smart in a place where heavy rain is common. Number 8. Singapore. Next up is Singapore, also known as the Garden City. Singapore is famous for its skyscrapers covered in plants. Yes, actual trees and plants grow on the sides of buildings. Singapore's government has made it a priority to turn concrete into greenery. There are huge vertical gardens, green rooftops, and public parks everywhere. The city also has strict rules about energy and water use, making sure buildings are efficient and waste less. Public transport is another big win. Singapore has a clean and efficient subway system, which means fewer cars on the road. And walking is easy too, thanks to shaded paths and greenery that keep the city cool. Singapore also fights climate change by recycling water and reducing waste. They even have programs to turn food waste into compost. Basically, Singapore shows that even a tiny, crowded city can be green, smart, and sustainable. Number 7. Vancouver, Canada. Now, to Vancouver, Canada, one of the cleanest, greenest cities in North America. The people who live here are surrounded by mountains, deep forests, and the Pacific Ocean, so the city takes protecting nature very seriously. They don't just talk about being eco-friendly, they actually let actions follow their words. A lot of the city runs on renewable energy and they keep pushing for more. They encourage people to drive electric cars, so you'll see charging stations everywhere. Many buildings are designed to use as little electricity as possible. Some even recycle their own heat so that they stay warm without wasting energy. Getting around is also easy without a car. Vancouver has bike lanes almost everywhere, and they're actually safe and comfortable to use. The city is also filled with parks, big ones, small ones, even parks and rooftops. No matter where you are, you're never far from trees, water, and mountain views. Honestly, some spots look like they belong on a postcard. Fun fact, Vancouver plans to be the greenest city in the world. Ambitious? Yes, but they're actually close. Number 6. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Amsterdam is another bike paradise. It's so bike-friendly that there are actually more bicycles than people, which is kind of funny when you imagine losing your bike and having to search through thousands of identical ones lined up along the canals. The city's small streets, old bridges, and historic buildings weren't designed for cars, so bikes naturally became the smartest and easiest way to get around. Walking is also super pleasant in Amsterdam. The city is flat, safe, and full of beautiful canals, so getting around on foot feels calm instead of stressful. Even many of the boats in the canals are now going electric, which helps reduce noise and pollution in the heart of the city. Amsterdam takes sustainability very seriously. You'll see green roofs covered with plants, renewable energy systems, and strict recycling rules. They even think about the small creatures we often forget, like bees. In some neighborhoods, you'll find bee hotels, small wooden structures where bees can rest, hide, and lay eggs. It sounds cute, but it's actually important for protecting nature. Number 5. Zurich, Switzerland. Coming in next is Zurich, the Swiss master of efficiency. The city recycles almost everything, the public transport is spotless, and most buildings are designed to use as little energy as possible. People walk everywhere because the city is full of lakes, rivers, parks, and calm green paths. And Zurich's tap water is so pure you can drink it from over 1,000 public fountains. About 90% of the city's power comes from renewable energy, and free bikes are placed all over the city. The city aims for its residents to use only 2,000 watts per person by 2050. For comparison, the average American uses around 10 to 12,000 watts per person, 5 to 6 times more. Zurich's goal isn't small, but this is Switzerland. They usually hit their targets. Number 4, Stockholm, Sweden. Stockholm is almost unreal when it comes to cleanliness. The streets are so spotless, it feels like you could drop your food and still eat it. Though you definitely shouldn't try that. The city is famous for recycling almost everything, and whatever can't be recycled gets turned into energy. During the winter, most homes stay warm thanks to a system called district heating. It uses heat created from burning leftover waste, so nothing goes to waste. And here's the crazy part. Sweden is so good at turning waste into energy that the country actually imports trash from others just to keep the system running. On top of all of that, Stockholm has plenty of parks, electric buses, clean buildings, and smart environmental rules. Were you surprised by any of the cities so far? Tell us in the comments, and if you're enjoying this video, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Number 3, Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo might look like the opposite of a green city at first. It's huge, full of bright lights, tall buildings, and millions of people moving around every day. But behind all that busyness, Tokyo has been working hard to become cleaner and more eco-friendly. One of the city's biggest strengths is its highly efficient public transport system. Trains and subways are fast, clean, and incredibly reliable, so most people don't need cars. This reduces traffic, cuts pollution, and saves a lot of energy. Even buses and taxis are moving toward hybrid or electric models. Tokyo is also focusing on making its buildings better for the environment. Many new buildings are energy efficient, use smart cooling systems, and are powered partly by solar panels. The city encourages companies and homeowners to reduce energy use, especially during summer when electricity demand is high. Green spaces might seem rare, but Tokyo has been adding more of them in clever ways. There are rooftop gardens, wall gardens, community parks, and thousands of newly planted trees. And Tokyo even has a whole forest inside the city, Meiji Jingu Forest, planted by hand more than 100 years ago. Today it's a fully grown ecosystem right in the middle of a megacity. If Tokyo can go green, any city can. Number 2, Reykjavik, Iceland. Next we have Reykjavik, the city powered by nature itself. Almost 100% of Reykjavik's energy comes from geothermal heat and hydropower. Hot water literally comes from deep underground, heated by volcanic activity. Geysers and underground hot springs are part of the same geothermal system that warms homes and powers the city. Imagine turning on your heater in winter and knowing the Earth's lava helped do the work. That's Iceland. The city is working toward becoming fully free of fossil fuels. Buses run on clean energy, the air is fresh, and the whole system is designed to be gentle on the planet. Number 1, Freiburg, Germany. Freiburg is Germany's solar capital, and honestly, when it comes to engineering, of course, Germany had to be in the first place. Walk through the streets and you'll notice something right away. Almost every rooftop glitters with solar panels. Freiburg has been obsessed with clean energy long before it became trendy. Getting around the city is just as green. Trams glide through the streets, bikes fill the lanes, and many people live their daily lives without ever needing a car. The city makes it feel natural, even easy to choose the greener option. What's even cooler is how Freiburg builds its neighborhoods. New areas are designed to save energy from the start, and old buildings get modern upgrades like insulation and solar rooftops, turning even historic homes into eco-friendly ones. Freiburg shows that a city can stay charming and traditional while still leading the way into a greener future. Now, I want to hear from you. Which green city blew your mind the most? Do tell us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video.